Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Steffy takes heartbroken Taylor away after Ridge's ultimate betrayal? Steffy Forrester, Taylor Hayes, Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, Luna Nozoa, Dr. John Finn Finnegan, Eric Forrester, Nick Marone, Sheila Carter, Hope Logan, Carter Walton, Daphne Rose, Hayes Finnegan, Kelly Spencer. Steffy takes Taylor away after Ridge's ultimate betrayal? The trip to Italy that changes everything. We thought Ridge Forrester couldn't harm Taylor Hayes any more than he already has. But the impending Forrester Creations trip to Italy is going to be the worst thing that could happen. And this time, Steffy Forrester might finally say enough. For weeks, the writing has been on the wall. Ridge is engaged to Taylor, but we all know how this narrative ends. The people in charge of the show have basically put up neon signs to let everyone know that Ridge and Brooke Logan will be getting back together in Italy. A heroic rescue in the water? Ridge saved Brooke from drowning? Could they be more obvious? But here's where it gets very heartbreaking. Taylor's literal broken heart. Taylor isn't just going through another relationship failure. The woman has actual broken heart syndrome. Takotsubo cardiomyopathy for those keeping track. Her heart is practically failing from the mental stress of Ridge's continual waffling between her and Brooke. And what does Ridge do when his fiancée is suffering from a physical problem induced by his indecision? He's preparing to openly abandon her in Italy for Brooke. Again, because evidently 3 decades of this trend isn't enough. The worst part, Eric Forrester is eagerly plotting this reunion. Fresh off his own near-death experience, Eric has appointed himself chief matchmaker for Bridge, calling Brooke one of his 2 favorite people. Thanks for the support, Eric. Really amazing grandfather-in-law behavior there. A daughter's breaking point. This is when Steffy comes in and, honestly, it's about time. Steffy has watched her mother be used as an emotional tissue by her father for years. Every time Ridge gets his feelings hurt by Brooke, he runs to Taylor for solace. Then, the moment Brooke crooks her little finger, he's gone again. It's a destructive trend that would make any daughter furious. But with Taylor's health genuinely failing, with shattered heart syndrome that could induce a true medical catastrophe following this Italy betrayal, Steffy might finally do what someone should have done years ago. Get her mother the hell away from Ridge Forrester. The perfect storm for an exit. Let's be real. Steffy's got more than enough reasons to flee Los Angeles right now. Luna Nozoa, her husband Finn's deranged biological daughter, is armed and aggressively plotting retribution against Steffy. The girl had already murdered 2 individuals and previously kidnapped Steffy. Even Sheila Carter thinks Luna's too hazardous. Then there's the corporate instability at Forrester Creations with Carter Walton and Hope Logan's takeover. Steffy's secretly working with a Parisian fragrance expert named Daphne Rose to undermine them. A convenient business reason to fly to Europe, perhaps? And let's not forget Steffy's rekindled emotional closeness with her former Liam Spencer after his recent health issues. That's adding another layer of complicated feelings to an already messy situation. Paris calling? Here's what I think happens. The physical fight with Luna presents the immediate danger. Ridge's betrayal of Taylor in Italy offers the emotional spark. And Steffy mixes both crises into one solution. She moves her injured mother and traumatized children far away from the toxicity of Los Angeles. Where else than Paris? It's basically the Forrester women's go-to-retreat. Taylor and Steffy have fled there previously when the mental storms were too overwhelming. This time feels different, though. This time feels permanent. The Steffy Forrester legacy lives on. What kills me about this potential exit is how it proves Steffy is truly her grandmother's heir. Steffy Forrester spent decades sheltering her family from Brooke Logan's influence. She championed Taylor as the sole possible partner for Ridge. And now here's Steffy, waging the exact same war a generation later. The difference? Steffy never had to watch Taylor literally dying from a broken heart. Steffy does. And that might be the game changer that finally stops this destructive loop. Because at what point does a daughter say, "I'm done watching my father destroy my mother"? At what point does protecting your parent become more important than maintaining family harmony? If Taylor's heart is really shattering, if Luna's bullets are flying, if Ridge is choosing Brooke yet again, wouldn't any good daughter do exactly what Steffy's going to do? What this means for everyone left behind. If Steffy does take Taylor away, the ripple consequences will be immense. Finn will be left alone to cope with his deadly daughter and perhaps predatory hope. Ridge and Brooke will finally have their destiny without any hindrance. But will it be worth the cost of losing his daughter? And Forrester Creations will be missing its fiercest defender just when Carter is consolidating power. But you know what? Maybe that's exactly what needs to happen. Maybe everyone needs to see what life is like without Steffy Forrester holding everything together. Maybe Ridge needs to face the weight of his choices when his daughter won't even stay in the same country as him. The ultimate question: will Steffy actually do it? Will she choose her mother's life over everything else? Her marriage, her career, her home? The July sweeps are bringing all these storylines to a head. Luna's revenge plot is reaching its peak. The Italy trip is going to crush Taylor's already delicate heart. And Steffy is going to have to make the hardest choice of her life. I'm betting she selects Taylor. I'm thinking she says goodbye to Los Angeles and takes her damaged mother somewhere she can recover. Away from Ridge, away from Brooke, away from 30 years of emotional manipulation. Because sometimes the only way to break a toxic pattern is to remove yourself from it entirely. And if anyone has the strength to accomplish that, it's Steffy Forrester. The true question is, will it be temporary or will the Forrester women eventually bid goodbye to Los Angeles for good? We're done watching Brooke beg Ridge for scraps. Fans explode as Nick Marone returns to save Brooke from toxic Ridge. The B&B fandom has spoken, and they're not holding back one bit. Nick Marone's explosive return to Los Angeles has unleashed a tidal wave of viewer support that's got social media buzzing harder than a beehive. And the message is quite clear. Fans are done seeing Brooke Logan grovel for Ridge Forrester after 38 years of his waffling crap. Ridge is a human dumpster fire. Why fans are begging for Team Nick? Let's not sugarcoat this. The language supporters are using to describe Ridge would make a sailor blush. Reddit threads are literally on fire with viewers calling him everything from a human dumpster fire to pathetic to, well, let's just say the rest isn't suitable for print. One fan's savage takedown? I've watched Ridge waffle between Brooke and Taylor for 38 years. My own kids weren't even born when this started. Ouch. But here's where it gets juicy. It's not only about Ridge's continual ping-ponging between women. Fans are absolutely mortified watching Brooke, a successful businesswoman and grandmother, still chasing after this man at her big age. The words desperate and pathetic keep popping up in discussions, with viewers finding it absolutely embarrassing that she's still begging for scraps from a man who just got engaged to Taylor Hayes for the umpteenth time. Can you blame them? I mean, really? Nick's mission: wake Brooke up. And fans are screaming yes. Here's when things become really fascinating. Jack Wagner isn't just bringing Nick back for a brief hello. Oh no. The actor has been absolutely explicit about his character's objective, and get this, it's exactly what fans have been screaming for years. Wake Brooke up out of this toxic pattern you've got going on with Ridge and the Forrester family. Those are Wagner's actual words, people. Nor mine, nor the fans, direct from the horse's mouth. It's like the writers finally heard the collective scream of thousands of viewers and responded. You know what? Let's give them what they want. And what they want is Nick Marone, now a wealthy shipping billionaire who oversees Marone Industries from Naples. Gone goes the basic sea captain. This Nick has upgraded his wardrobe, as Wagner puts it. He's sophisticated, powerful, and most importantly, he's not terrified of Ridge Forrester. Not one bit. The chemistry factor. Why fans still ship Brick over Bridge. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the chemistry in the room? Fans are not hesitant about pointing out that Catherine Kelly Lang and Jack Wagner still have that spark that makes viewers sit up and pay attention. One particularly candid fan posted, "Sorry, not sorry, but Torsten K's Ridge has zero spark with Brooke compared to what she had with Nick. Bring back the real super couple." Yikes, but they're not wrong. Remember, Nick was the only man who ever made Ridge genuinely sweat. Other love partners like Grant Chambers, they felt flat, according to viewers. But Nick? He had Ridge working overtime to keep Brooke's attention. He was funny and charismatic, a take-charge kind of guy without the bluster. Most importantly, he treated Brooke with love and respect, unlike Ridge. And don't even get me started on the mother-in-law scenario. Jackie Marone adored Brooke and treated her like a daughter. Meanwhile, Stephanie Forrester spent decades making Brooke's life a living misery. The choice seems quite obvious, doesn't it? The Italy showdown. Will Ridge's near-death experience be enough? Buckle up, soap enthusiasts, because spoilers indicate we're heading for a massive clash in Italy. Nick's making his move, inviting Brooke on a business trip to Naples. And you know Ridge is going to lose his mind with jealousy. But here's the kicker. Evidently Ridge needs a near-death experience in Italian waters to understand Brooke is his destiny. I'm sorry, what? Fans are having a field day with this one. So let me get this straight. One viewer remarked, Ridge needs to almost die to realize he loves Brooke? Meanwhile, Nick understood what he wanted from day one and never made her feel second best. The choice is obvious. The Italy trip is expected to air in late July/early August 2025, and spoilers predict this water accident will cause Ridge's great revelation about Brooke being the love of his life. It's supposed to destroy Taylor's engagement and put an end to Nick's chances. But will fans buy it? The fan verdict. We're tired of this toxic cycle. Social media is simply exploding with Team Nick posts. The passion is real and it's intense. Fans are calling this their validation moment. Finally, someone on film is saying what they've been thinking for years. Ridge has been making Brooke feel like the consolation prize for 38 years, one fan raged. First it was Caroline, then Taylor again, then Caroline 2.0, then Taylor again. Nick only wanted her. That's what real love looks like. Another severe assessment? Watching a woman Brooke's age still begging for scraps from Ridge is embarrassing. She's a successful entrepreneur, a mother, a grandma, and she's still groveling for this man's attention? Nick would never. The fan predictions about how this will all play out are ranging from hopeful to pessimistic. Many think the writers will push Brooke back with Ridge because of destiny, but they're saying the blowback will be brutal. We're tired of this toxic cycle, one viewer declared. Nick represents growth, respect, and actual love. Ridge reflects decades of emotional torture disguised as passion. We see through it. The bottom line, is B&B finally listening to its fans? Look, I've been following soaps for a long time, and I've rarely seen such a unified fan response. The tremendous support for Nick Marone isn't simply nostalgia. It's a desperate call for something different. For growth. For a heroine who chooses the man who chooses only her. Will the writers listen? The fact that they've specifically portrayed Nick's return as a mission to wake Brooke up from her poisonous routine implies they're at least aware of the fan attitude. But with Jack Wagner's stint reportedly being brief, and spoilers pointing to a Ridge/Brooke reunion, well, let's just say fans better enjoy Team Nick while it lasts. But here's my question for you, and I really want to know, after 38 years of the same cycle, isn't it time for something new? Can Brooke Logan finally select the man who never made her feel like second best? Or are we doomed to watch this destiny play out until the end of time? Sound off in the comments, soap enthusiasts. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that this Italy battle is going to change everything. Taylor's Italy invite. Finn delights Sheila with mother-son bonding. The bold and the beautiful recap for Thursday, July 24th, shows that Taylor Hayes got an Italy invite while John Finnegan surprised Sheila Sharp with some mother-son bonding. At the Spencer mansion, Steffy Forrester brought Kelly Spencer to visit Liam Spencer again, so Bill Spencer was thrilled about all the love and support for his son. After some discourse about Liam being a hero, Steffy reluctantly admitted Sheila was a hero too. Although Steffy hoped Sheila would stay on this better route, Liam guessed that she wasn't holding her breath. At Il Giardino, Deacon Sharp delivered more toe jokes before Finn arrived. Sheila was happy to see Finn, who made sure her rehabilitation was progressing well and thanked her for helping to save Steffy. Although Sheila brought up Luna Nozoa and imagined Finn must have mixed sentiments over her demise, Finn didn't want to delve into all that.